there's a lot of there's a lot of foreshadowing, empathy for the Anakin Skywalker into the Darth Vader character. So hopefully Disney knows what direction they want to really just put that into.
True. True.
Here's the big secret, though, that everybody knows already, though. Next season of The Mandalorian, Ahsoka Tano will be back.
Yay!
He's going to be played in live action by Rosario Dawson.
Well, that's a rumor, but that's the rumor mill. We'll see how that actually goes.
She was in Machete.
Machete, okay?
Machete, don't count. I love that movie.
Yeah. They got all the bumping cars in it.
Yeah. The next Machete in space.
Machete everywhere. Starring Danny Trejo.
Robert De Niro.
What are you doing?
Why are you here? Yeah, I got a cowboy hat on, so I'm a cowboy.
And of course, speaking of The Mandalorian, the behind the scenes from The Mandalorian Season 1 is also released today on Disney+. That way you can check it out. Disney+, it gives you a couple hours to kill.
I'm surprised that Nick Cage didn't want to play Darth Vader.
I'm actually surprised too.
But your face won't be shown. Yeah, but they'll know it's me. No, they won't. No, we still got James Earl Jones saying every word we ever need him to say.
Well, funny fact about that. I actually did some backward. I did some research.
And you did some research. There it is.
I did. I was trying to think of the word for it. I went brain dead for a second. Thank you for clarifying. I did some research, and I wanted to see what kind of news and rumors and like different things that happened for that particular time, especially in the original 3 movies, which were actually 4, 5, 6.
4, 5, and 6.
4, 5, 6 for the original movies. Then 1, 2, 3, and then 7, 8, 9, in that particular order. But I wanted to see what kind of cool things they did. And did you know that Carrie Fisher actually refused to use modesty tape when she was filming at Jabba's palace? And she would show the goodies off. Dude, there's like 250 people in the room for Jabba's palace, including.
And they only needed like 25 people.
They were like, "Oh, Carrie Fisher is going to show the goodies. Let's get in on that." Okay, I'm inviting my neighbors. We're gonna barbecue. Who's got the vodka?
That's probably how they created the smoke emitting from the ground.
That Carrie Fisher had, though.
Oh, yeah.
He's just barbecuing over there.
He's like, "Oh, me Jabba, you like it, huh? Pass me hot dog." She's like, "I'm good on wiener, thanks."
Nice translating for Jabba the Hutt there.
There you go.
Translating for the Jabba the Hutt job didn't go so well. He keeps saying
No.
that Jabba saved the days.
No, I thought this was a funny story, but did you know that according to Vanity Fair, Harrison Ford actually broke his ankle in a hydraulic door accident in 2014 when he was filming. The hydraulic door actually fell on his ankle, snapped his ankle.
Yep.
And then J.J. Abrams, the director, came running out of his seat and actually broke his back trying to save him from the hydraulic door.
Ooh, hydraulic door 2, man 0. Oh, crap.
Right? I thought it was crazy. Apparently he worked.
Send in another person. Our skeletons will scare the machine sooner or later.
Clearly, J.J. Abrams filmed the rest of the thing in a back brace. And he was fine. He was fine and ready to rock and roll. Presume his job like nothing happened.
It wasn't It wasn't like he broke his back.
He broke his back. Like, literally broke his back. I mean, not paralyzing him for, you know.
Yeah. It was like the Mike Tyson thing. I broke my back. Oh, what did you do? Break a rib? No, it was spinal.
Too bad Mark Hamill
that video on YouTube. I broke my back.
I broke my back.
Too bad Mark Hamill wasn't into. Too bad Mark Hamill wasn't into character there and used his robot glove to say, "No, stop fighting."
I'm Jennifer Lopez.
What did Jennifer Lopez get here? Like, baby, get over here. Why are you on Mark Hamill's wrist?
He could put the Joker on it and actually do the Joker voice.
Yeah.
Here's an interesting fact that Rogue One has an interesting history for its name. Rogue One is actually a military call sign, and it's the only film that is actually spoken as a line of dialogue in the film, where they actually use the name in the film Rogue One.
Yes.
And it's the only Star Wars film that has the title in the film itself. Yes.
Your feelings are still hurt over that, though.
I am.
And Stacker also said everybody dies also.
And they do. Yeah, they do die.
Spoiler
alert. Spoiler alert. Everyone dies. Go ahead, Kev. I'm sorry.
Okay, we got one here. Darth Vader's chest piece has ancient Hebrew etched onto it. It reads, "His deeds will not be forgiven until he merits."
Ooh,
right
interesting.
On the chest plate.
Right
Interesting. I like it.
Yep. Look very closely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Kevin, I could top that one. Did you know that Ewoks?
I would welcome it. Welcome the topping of the Hebrew print on fucking Darth Vader's black chest right there.
Did you know that the Ewoks were never intended to be in the film?
I would hope they wouldn't be.
The Killer Bear things were not intended to be in the movie.
The Ewoks were
George Lucas and say, "Come on, they're cute."
Well, George Lucas actually intended to use the Wookiees. He actually intended to use the Wookiees instead of the Ewoks, but said,
more sense.
"Yeah." But for size differential, he would. I think it was easier to use the smaller version. The Ewoks instead of the Wookiees while filming.
That's because they knew they're going to work for half price.
Oh!
Sparky, here's a question for you. What does AT-AT stand for?
We were just talking about
it. Oh, yeah, we were just talking about this.
If I could be a fly in that room.
It was it's an all-terrain
attack something.
Armored transport. It's an all-terrain armored transport.
He's right.
There it is.
Right. All-terrain armored transport. That's what the AT-AT stands for. Also, the worst design of one of.
I love the AT-AT. The one I didn't like was the AT-ST, the chicken walker.
The chicken walker, yeah. I mean, if Simple Rope could take it down.
I mean, an Ewok took it down, so.
Yeah.
Chewbacca rode in one.
And Chewbacca and two Ewoks hijacked one.
Here's some funny movie trivia.
The man that brought you the TIE Fighter now brings you the AT-AT. He's like, what does it do? It moves super slow. Does it shoot in every direction? Nope. Very limited direction, actually.
Wait, does it have a chain gun?
Nope.
It also shoots slow.
No. That's the AT-ST. I don't have an AT-AT.
Not yet.
No. They didn't make one of those yet.
That's sad.
No, it only has two big guns in the front and guns on the side of the head. Two main nose guns, two guns on the side.
Sparky, here's a little trivia for you. Who was the actor who portrayed Darth Maul, and who was the actor that actually did his lines?
Okay, well, it was Ray Parks. That was Darth Maul.
Mm-hmm. He did all the fight scenes.
And then the guy who voiced him hold on, I got to think of his name because he also did the voice for Darth Maul in
the animated series. Yep.
Yeah, in the animated show.
Yep.
So, I cannot think of his name right now off the top of my head.
It's all right. It's a tricky last name. It's Peter Serafinowicz.
Yes.
Ooh, that is tricky.
Yeah, it's a weird last name, Serafinowicz. He did all the lines for the animated. He did the lines for the limited dialogue. And did you know who also got cast as Darth Maul in the movie? Because that was a big one. Huh?
No.
Cage. Not this time.
Not this time.
No, they wanted to use
Did they work with Kevin Bacon once? I could work my way back.
I think he got a walk on once.
Work my way back.
Anyways, for time's sake, Sparky, Benicio del Toro.
Yes, Benicio del Toro.
Benicio del Toro.
He also voiced the Taco Bell dog.
That's true.
No,
No.
Actually, Benicio del Toro actually did get a Star Wars role finally, though.
He did eventually. Yeah, he got a walk on for something, right?
Is what, man number 4? Like, we don't really need you here. We got man number 4.
He actually played the part of, was it DJ in The Last Skywalker? He was the guy that was known as the Code Breaker, but then he turned on the rebellion for a price. Yes. Benicio del Toro. Yeah. He played the character DJ.
There were a couple famous people that actually had walk-ons. Did you know? Well, I mean, the common ones were like Simon Pegg, Kevin Smith. They had some weird walk-ons or like backstage walkthroughs. Did you know that Daniel Craig actually had a walk-on in as a stormtrooper?
Yes, he was in whatchamacallit? He was the stormtrooper when Kylo Ren captured Rey, and she was tied down. He goes, you release me from my bonds. He goes, I'll tighten those bonds.
Yeah.
And then she finally got him to release him. He said, and you're going to drop your weapon. He's like, yeah, and I'm going to drop my weapon.
And I'm dropping my weapon. Boom. Apparently that was Daniel Craig.
That's how he keeps getting. Never mind. That's Liam Neeson, right?
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say that's how he gets things taken from him, but that's Liam Neeson, not Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
James
Bond is Daniel Craig.
Yeah. Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan. Yeah.
You know.
Actually, Prince William and Prince Harry were actually supposed to be in a Star Wars movie as
supposedly,
stormtroopers,
yeah.
But their scene got cut out.
That's true.
I would assume they'd play royalty, but it's just safe assumption. Stick to what you know.
Now, Spark, here, let's see how good you are at trivia right now. There were some code names when they first came out with the filming of 4, 5, and 6, right? And
4 was Blue Harvest.
It was Blue Harvest.
What was 5? 4 was Blue Harvest. 5 was
They were originally going to call it Jar Jar's Big Adventure.
Jar Jar's Adventure. I'm saying episode 4, the original Star Wars, they codenamed it Blue Harvest.
Yeah,
so.
They were going to call episode 2 Jar Jar's Big Adventure as the code name.
Thank God they didn't do that crap.
Yeah.
Holy Lord.
The last Jedi was called Space Bears.
Space Bears.
Rogue One was called Los Alamos.
Los Alamos, yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because every time even when you go to buy the bobbleheads online, the stores that sell them, you can actually look in their book and see what's being released, and everything is co-worded. Everything
Los Alamos sounds like a place that Los Alamos sounds like a place you would buy avocados and or guacamole.
It's like a place you would buy missiles.
Yeah, like why are you going to from Los Alamos. Oh, the avocados and the missile launchers. Yeah, that's where we're going.
I'm gonna throw them at cars.
I'm gonna load up the station wagon full of missiles and then get like a basket of